Old Bloke goes whaling. Now steady on, we're no talking Moby Dick, no. More like soup and sannies by the sea with a wee tartan rug and the notion that we might just spot an actual whale about 50 yards out for the shore. This, of course, would be as likely as Boris Johnson running away with Nicola Sturgeon and having a love child called Barry. Still, stranger things have happened. And as we drive out of the Glen Fruin, we look down over the nuclear subs docked in what is basically our backyard, and we wonder if those whales are still there. Not Boris and Nicola, although that might be their names. No, the whales that had put the kibosh on the big NATO role play that week. The big boys and their toys had been told the game was a bogey because nature had intervened. The northern bottle-nosed whale, to be precise, hunted remorselessly by Norwegians and ourselves 100 years or so ago, they've been left to replenish, for a bit anyway. At 32 feet long, they're a decent size, and are known to be the deepest diving whales we have, going down to a staggering 7,674 feet. I wonder who counted that. And able to hold their breath for 130 minutes. Now that's impressive. Unfortunately, they weren't going to dive too deep at the far end of Loch Gairloch, and that's where we were headed, having been tipped off by the world's press that they were still kicking about. "Are you sure they're no gone?" asked my better half. "Well," I replied, "not entirely, but we're here now anyway, so why don't you drive round the loch a bit? Over there," she says. She points a wee cluster of moored boats on the far side. "I'm sure I saw those boats in the papers next to the whales." "Aye, I suppose so. It's worth a punt," I say. So we toddle round in the car and soon spot a lay-by full of other cars and people with cameras. "See," she blasts my ear. "Aye, all right. You're no often wrong, but you're right again, hen." I pull the car up and step outside. The first thing that gives a whale away is a loud puff of spray as it forces air out of its blowhole. And then we see it. A dorsal fin cuts between the moored boats. I hate it when she's right, especially when I haven't even brought my camera. A guy with a paunch and a circle of white hair round his napper has the biggest lens you've ever seen, and he knows it. He poses and clicks away. "Are you watching?" barks my better half. "Are you too busy having lens envy?" "Lens envy," I say. "Is that some kind of—" "Look," she interrupts. Another fin cuts through the water, but it's further away this time. "Come on," I say. "It's too crowded here. Let's go further on up the loch." I drive on another 500 yards and find a wee patch of dirt next to a gate of some kind. "It's a double yellow line," says my better half. "Ah, well, it was at one time," I say, "but it's worn away. Come on." We bundle out and wander into a kind of patch of green overlooking the loch. And just as we take our first glance, a huge whale breaches right out of the water and begins slapping its tail. "Quick, your phone," I say. I can't get it out of my pocket. My zip," she complains. As the seconds pass and the whale puts even more of a show on about 50 yards away, my better half is still struggling to free her Samsung. "There," she gasps, the phone in her hand at last. But the whales are under again. There's at least two of them. One's lighter than the others. Again, the bigger of the two, the lighter one, raises its bottom half right out of the water before us. "Yes," she shouts, her camera phone latching onto the whale's position, and then it dives again. There's silence as we scan the still water. "There, over there," I say. "Right, okay, shut it, stop it." She drops the camera, and she is beeling. The whale rises out the water, its huge back curving before it raises its head up, slaps its tail, and down it goes again. "Did I miss it?" she says. "Aye, just a wee bit. You keep pitting me off shouting." "Oh, I'm sorry, but anyway, you got a few shots, eh?" "Aye, I did," she says. "At least I think I did." We both look at the screen. She's had the phone pointing at her face rather than the whales, and it's been on video. There's lovely flashes of grimacing gub and a few blurry grass shots accompanied by our very loud arguments and sweary words, but no whales. Not a single dorsal fin or bottle nose do we capture. "Ah well," I say, At least we have the pictures in our heads. She hates this, as I'm often chastised for wanting to take my camera everywhere. Just see it in your mind, she'll say, stupidly. I can't remember what I'm running upstairs for, never mind seeing a beautiful image of nature in my noggin for eternity. Still, we did get to see those whales after a fashion, and we were suitably chuffed. Hungry, I find a wee cafe which is doing our own trade, and we buy a baguette which we tear in half and share. I say share, but my better half, well, she gave most of it to the dog. You know I don't like chilies, she says. It's slightly spicy beef, I say. Look at the label. It's chili, she says, picking at it. Ah well, off we must go. Back onto the corona coaster that is life just now. At least the whales took their minds off the virus for a few minutes. In the car, she screams with delight. She's found a shot of the whale after all. I take a look and nod, trying to look impressed at her bloody Nessie-like shot of a lump of black on the black water. Yeah, I say, that's great. Shut it, she says. So, I do, and I drive back. We pass Fast Lane, Naval Base, and I wonder what will become of the whales. Why do they have to swim into shallow water to die? It's rumoured that the younger whales have just followed the much older one and are now circling, just waiting. Poor things. Remember, it's nearly Christmas, so get a copy of Old Bloke Goes Running. It'll do you good, keep the beef off you. So, ciao for now.